Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. So that's got things underway. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And here's Dani Olmo. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Stood up well to him there. And here's Dani Olmo. Gently done. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo will not want... Big chance! Sitole. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Looking for the run. They've won a corner. They've played it short. Cross into the... Here's the header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Kimmich's cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. In once more. Punched away.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Plays it across, and he can thump it away. And he's heaved it away. Looking tidy in possession here. It's Cristiano! Oh, crossbar! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Cristiano Ronaldo must have been hit by a flash of doubt then. He complicated what looked like an easy opportunity.
Sitole. Passing is crisp and sharp. No, that's too long. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now this could be a chance. He's chosen to go back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
It's a promising position. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Good ball, good take. Serves up across. That's a decent clearance. Portugal have the chance to go the other way.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. Neymar! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Sitole. And it's Olmo. And here's De Bruyne. Foster.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. Kimmich is always scanning the pitch for targets. Dani Olmo going face-to-face with his great rival. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dani Olmo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Sitole. Nicely spread. It's a pretty loose pass. Nuno Mendes. He is through here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Knocks it into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
That's it, 45 minutes up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So we're underway for the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Sitole. Mendes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Can he latch on to this? De Bruyne.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Vitinha. And a chance!
Vitinha really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
And he thumps it clear. South Africa are looking to go forward now. Not the most accurate pass. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Now it's Neymar. Cleared away. Looking to play him in. And now they can spring out of defence. Opts for safety. Driving forward. Foster. That's good play. Kimmich does really well there. He is strong. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Neymar. And he's had it nicked away. Sitole.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Foster. This looks promising. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's De Bruyne. Foster.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tries to pass it through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And here's Neymar. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Dani Olmo. Kimmich. It's a really well-measured ball. Dani Olmo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Substituição para Portugal.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Messi. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pass is just off target.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Chance to deliver. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Aimed beyond the defence. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that has been knocked clear.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Tries to play it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's having a shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A breakthrough, so late in the day. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
South Africa are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Portugal making further changes here and in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very...
And that is as far as it goes. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Portugal seem to have taken this on with a complacent mentality to just turn up and win, and they deserve the criticism they're going to get.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
India have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. India with the corner. They're first. Point-blank header! Harmlessly behind. He's quick to return it. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
India clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Aims beyond the defence. Over to the right flank. Danny Olmo. Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Buffon claims comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's being shifted off it. Danny Olmo in acres of space out wide. Chouameni is there and he can get that clear. Lovely pass, but can he get there? So it is still 0-0. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in. Mbappe! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
A probing pass. That is good alertness. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Messi. And this is Dembele. Dembele showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And no, that was never going to make it. Great vision, and that could set him on his way. Can he finish? He scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
The first breakthrough. And De Bruyne! De Bruyne! Delightful! A finish of true class! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
France restore parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to...
Oh, good effort! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
He's had it taken off him. Can he get on the end of this? Now that's well seen too. And it's Olmo. Danny Olmo steaming forward at pace. And that was very necessary. De Bruyne, well seen, saw that coming. Now it's Del Piero. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's had a shot! And he's stuck it away! And they're back in front! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. India have their lead. And here's Messi. Rijkaard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
India looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Good ball, good take. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now the ball in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
They get a throw in.
That's well played. He knew he had to mop that up.
He's found a way through. Neymar. That's an excellent interception. Van Dijk.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Del Piero. And Del Piero! And he's managed to get rid. Danny Olmo hangs one in. He's rising! In he goes again! And that was struck with genuine force.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And the whistle goes for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
We are glad to inform you that
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
India ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. And so the action is resumed. Big chance! He's got a goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
That was easy, almost too easy.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
And yes, it's him again. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Nuno Mendes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. De Bruyne. It's a goal kick. Schlotterbeck. He won't be happy with that one. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. India really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
It's run loose here. Foot in. Now it's Danny Olmo.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward? Chance, surely! And that's a good finish. And with that, he takes home the match ball. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
India leading now.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And this is Del Piero! And that's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
And the shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So their 4th corner of the game.
Coming on to replace him is number 10, Messi.
Tacho with the clearance. France are looking to go forward now. Knocks it out wide, but where it came from. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's shifting through the gears here. And De Bruyne! Oh, wow, that's crazy! You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Beckham to take it as usual. Tacho tries to clear.
India surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
It's going to be another throw. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking to play him in. Now, can they get him away?
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Conte. Guardiola. Out of play for a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Joshua Kimmich. Coming on the field is...
Intercepts the throw.
Number
That's
17,
well read.
Vitinha.
Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, that's fabulous. Rooney! And that has been cleared.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Buffon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And he's picked it up out wide. And he was quick to
There will be
react.
5 minutes added time.
Beckham. Rooney. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Corner count is rising, that's 6. It's a loose ball. Threads one in. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. De Bruyne short changes him with that pass. So that's it. It is all over. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle.